Hey Gemini, this is your Magic and Manifesting reading, and we have the Magician that popped out first, so that's really cool. But I've already done love and relationships, career and money for all the signs for August. So if you haven't, go check yours out for that. I wanted to try something new, so we're trying Magic and Manifesting. How can you tap into your magic? Maybe some blocks, some advice, some guidance from spirit. What are you manifesting, and how can you, what do you need to do? That kind of stuff. So we'll see how it goes. But the Magician, this is about owning your power, being in your power, having all the tools you need to create what it is you desire. So right now you are being shown or being told that you already have the experience and the tools and the resources to create what you want. Because we have the Five of Cups here. This is about sadness and loss and crying over spilled milk, looking at the past, feeling regret, mourning. It's time to move on from that. It feels like maybe you've been mourning something, and it's time to move on. Like, this card is about moving on, moving forward. It's been difficult, it's been painful, but it's time to move on from looking at the past and mulling over things that didn't work out. It's time to move on. That's all I keep hearing. It's time to move on because you have gained the knowledge and the wisdom and the power from whatever experience it is that you are grieving, mourning, looking at. And the Magician is telling you it's time to create. We experience contrast, which is things that we don't like. It's in contrast to what we do want, what we do desire. We experience those things to show us what it is we do want. So you've experienced things you don't want. Now it's time for you to create what you do want based on that wisdom and that the lessons that you learned. Yeah, the Nine of Swords is about anxiety, stress, and worry, and sleepless nights. Very dark. It's like anguish, it's just, it feels like you don't have any relief. Perhaps you can't sleep over something. But we have the Eight of Wands. This is about, it can be about communication. This to me feels like, you see how all of those wands are blocking that circle in the back? To me, it felt like an eyeball or an eye or a third eye, which our mind, it feels like to me like just our mind, what we're seeing. It's like blocking out, you somehow have to kind of block out, and you don't want to deny or suppress, but it just feels like you really need to set boundaries. Maybe that's what it is. It's about setting boundaries with your own mind, with the thoughts that come up around the past, and really just being like, okay, I hear you, I see you, we don't need to go over this anymore, right? It's like, say you had a friend who just kept talking about her past relationship over and over and over again, and just was talking in circles and never getting anywhere, and you give her advice and you're there for her, and she just keeps making her upset, right? It's like staying in that cycle. Like, it's good to talk about your feelings, to express them, to process them, but at some point you have to move on. At some point you have to let them go and not just keep reopening that wound. It feels like you need to tie up that wound. It's time to let this heal, whatever it is from the past, because you've learned your lesson and it's time to move on. It's time for your happiness. The sun is happiness and joy. It's about illumination too, like illuminating the part of you that needs to, for one, let go, and then also the part of you that needs to set boundaries with that part of you, right? Setting a loving boundary like you would with a friend. Like, look, I just don't think I can, we don't need to talk about it anymore. And don't you feel like it's time to move on? Sometimes you may think it's insensitive, but it feels like this has been, it's like beating a dead horse. It's like, do we really have to keep feeling, thinking, talking about this? It's the past, right? It's like, it's almost like having an addiction to that. We don't want to be addicted to our past and keep going over our pain. Sometimes we do need to revisit our pain, or it comes up again, situations come up again, because we need to integrate it, because we need to find peace with it, we need to heal it, but I feel like this feels like Spirit saying, you have learned the lessons. It's time to create the new life, the new you. Yeah, see, lots of swords energy. The Eight of Swords is feeling trapped in your head. feeling like there's no way out, feeling like those swords have you trapped, but they don't. You could easily get out, but you just don't see the way out yet. And the Five of Wands, this is about conflict, competition on the outside, you know, and just energy moving in lots of different directions too, not being able to contain. It feels like not being able to contain it. And then the Page of Swords. This can be about observation, but also, again, swords represent our mind, our thoughts. Let me get some clarifiers here. You know, Gemini is an air sign. You're also very much about duality, so seeing both sides of something. Having that dual personality. Perhaps that's what this is picking up on for you, is you have these like conflicting personalities within you. Hold on. That are battling, it feels. And so we have the Ten of Coins, which is abundance and wealth and stability and having everything in the physical world that you desire. Also about a completion, so like coming to the end of some kind of cycle and achieving something. And then we have the Knave of Coins, which is the Page of Coins. So a small offer, or this, you know, the idea to start a project, or somebody offering something, could be about a person. Then we have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is daydreaming, having a lot of options. Could be about fantasy, fantasizing about something. It's more so just having many options. I feel like, yeah, it's like when you are in that Eight of Swords energy, you don't feel like you have any way out. There's no way out. With these three cards together, 10 of Coins and the 7 of Cups and the Page of Coins, it's like having that ability to creative problem solve, right? To see like, oh, I can do this, or I can do that, or oh yeah, there's multiple ways for me to get out of this, to do this. It just feels like you are feeling stuck in your head around how to create something, but Spirit's telling you, you already have the tools that you need, whether it's people in your life you can talk to, or, you know, the spiritual tools like having cards or journaling or meditating, energy healing, sound healing, or any other, you know, coaching, therapy. You have all these different resources and tools available to you, and but you're not necessarily utilizing them because you're used to staying in this, possibly this pattern or behavior of feeling stuck, like nothing's going to change, going back over the past just as a comfort. It's like that's just what's familiar, and you might be afraid of moving forward and experiencing the new. So recognize that you have other options. Like, you don't have to just do it this one way or whatever way you're used to doing it. All right, so we have Pyramid of Light, Psychic Protection. As a being of light, darker energies may at times seek to interfere with your spiritual progress. There is nothing to fear and only more awareness of the power and protection of divine love to experience. The Pyramid of Light confirms that energies have been causing interference with your path, and it is now time for that interference to cease completely through loving divine power. So this to me feels like other people, possibly like whatever is coming up for you around the past, maybe it's because the other people are, you know, their subconscious energies or their conscious energies are interfering with whatever it is you're feeling, because they haven't let it go, you know, like they haven't fully processed it. They haven't fully healed. So that's why maybe you're still struggling too, right? But, you know, sometimes we just go through these cycles where we have to find our power and set boundaries and take our power back from letting interference happen with our progress. And that seems like it's happening for you. So we have Truths Unveiled. There are times when appearances of people, places, and things are deceptive. You will sense this when something feels uncomfortable within you, when you notice feelings of anxiety or doubt within you. You may think there is something wrong with you, but actually you are intuitively sensing that all is not as it appears to be. Trust what you feel, not what appears to be. Very interesting. This, you know, perhaps you're picking up on other people's stuff and you're just used to absorbing or taking it on as your own. You know, that could also be about with the Seven of Cups, I'm feeling it could be like, and the Five of Wands, like having energy in lots of different places, being too open, right? So it's about setting boundaries for yourself if you're very sensitive and intuitive, and realizing that you have the power to do so. And that's maybe what the tools and the resources that it's talking about is, in order for you to stay on track with your progress, to not go back into past energies and past addictions, past codependencies, or stay stuck in that cycle. You have to trust what you feel about other people and set boundaries with other people that you know aren't good for you, and continuously let go and heal things from the past as well. All right, so I'm gonna leave it there. If you'd like your own reading with me, you can click on the link below, and once you purchase your session, I'll send you an email with my calendar to schedule the day and time. If you have any questions about what I offer, please email me. I have lots of different services there, and you'll see if you click on that link. What else? Follow me on Instagram at Bethany Empowers. Thank you so much for all of your likes and subscribes here on YouTube. Please share if you feel like this would resonate with someone that you know. Please, if you haven't subscribed already, I would truly appreciate it. Like the videos, because that always helps with the views. And what else? My new journal, I just came out with a new journal. I don't have the hard copy yet, but I also have my other journal, my receptivity journal, available on my Etsy shop. The link is below. And I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.